much is because if you haven't met him, he's probably one of the more confident, most confident men I've ever met in business in my entire life, even at the beginning. So make sure, number one, you check yourself. Are you confident that what you're doing is exactly right? That you will succeed? Are you committed, and are you showing her that? Because if she feels that energy, she will love on you harder. So Raphael asked a question about how to get his wife on board. And yeah, and so I'm like, hey, you're talking this. I got the best answer for you, bro. How do you get your wife to support you unconditionally all the time? I got it. I'm gonna say, number one, have her call me, have her message me, or any of the other ladies in the group. But legit, Raphael, you've been in it for a bit and you're always active. I'd love to talk to any spouse. This is why the women's retreat is crucial. Mm-hmm. You need to send your spouses to this retreat, and there are going to be separate breakout groups for this exact reason, because they'll listen to us more when we teach them the model. We tell them about how it went. We'll share our experience and struggle with supporting them, especially if I was a working woman too, while still making sure that it worked. I don't know if you know our story, but these are things where she can message me anytime she wants. But the number one thing is, if you don't believe in yourself, she's not going to believe in you. So the reason that I believed in Dan so much is because if you haven't met him, he's probably one of the more confident, most confident men I've ever met in business in my entire life, even at the beginning. So make sure, number one, you check yourself. Are you confident that what you're doing is exactly right? That you will succeed? Are you committed, and are you showing her that? Because if she feels that energy, she will love on you harder. She also might be mad because you're not taking the weekends off to hang out with her, right? That's what you put in your post. But share with her the vision. I bet Gabe's wife could talk a lot about this too, because they're hanging out with us a lot more now, and they're taking a lot of jumps. Same thing. I mean, Hanny and I have talked about this before. We have a lot of footage too that we interviewed a bunch of other ladies that aren't doing it themselves. Sarah's doing it herself. Ashley's doing it herself. So that's a flip conversation of how their spouse is going to, or partners or boyfriends or girlfriends, going to support them. But message me anytime you want. Make sure she goes to the ladies retreat. And there's a lot more I can talk about on that one. I'm sure we all can. Yeah. But Lori, are you in yet?
I think she's still, it looks like, Lori, if you can hear us, you're going to have to connect to your audio. Go up into preferences and look for your audio, see if you can plug in a different microphone, or you may have to rejoin us. But while we're waiting for Lori to connect, there is another question. So Diane, Jennifer, which all three of you actually, I think, could respond to this, because I know you've all sold to men before. And she says, how do you position as a woman trying to sell to men? She talks about contractors specifically, but I know whether it's a doctor or a business owner, or it's all the same thing. I'll let you guys
take care of that.
She says, I feel like they interact with you differently when you're trying to sell them lead gen or SEO, like you're a woman and you don't know contracting like a man would. How do you adjust or compensate to overcome that mindset?
I'll go. I think this is something I talk a lot about, this like on sales, and also like I think a lot of you guys in the group know me like from BNI, but when I go to these BNI meetings, like I'm with a lot of men in the industry and contracting, and majority of the groups I feel like are men in there, and you have to kind of create your presence with that of like, I do know what I'm talking about. I've always said this, like when I've sold on the phone or whatever, but like I am introverted yes, I am an introverted person. Like, even though some people might not think I am, but I am. And I always sell by education. So like what I mean by that is like, I just load up on knowledge. Like I become very, very knowledgeable in whatever space I'm in. So if you're going into contracting or the dental industry or doctors, you need to come with like a very good knowledge base so that you can be on their level, because they'll respect you when you can have those conversations with them about their profession. And I think that's just kind of the biggest thing that I've learned when we've done a lot of lead generation in contracting, specifically, and like HVAC and things like that. And that was the biggest thing for us, was that we had to I had to become knowledgeable about like, yeah, I know what this is. I don't know, I mean, like I had to know the lingo and about what their profession was. And I think that's just kind of the biggest thing that has helped me specifically is when you come with numbers, you come with those non-negotiables, like you can't argue with numbers or facts. That has helped me position myself better. And after that, like once you show that, I mean, they'll respect you and obviously have a different conversation, but that's worked for me. So